The road unfurls beneath you like a ribbon of pure possibility. The engine growls not in anger, but in anticipation. You press your foot against the pedal, and the world blurs. This is not just another SUV. This is the 2025 Mercedes-AMG GLE 53, and it's not here to ask for attention. It demands it. The GLE has long stood as Mercedes-Benz's flagship midsize SUV, blending the sophistication of a luxury cruiser with the ruggedness of a performance machine. But when AMG gets involved, the rules change. This isn't about quiet comfort anymore. It's about visceral thrill. The 2025 model takes everything that made its predecessor formidable and refines it into something sharper, quicker, more intelligent, and more seductive. At the heart of the 2025 Mercedes-AMG GLE 53 lies a powerhouse, a 3.0-liter turbocharged inline-six engine, now paired more seamlessly with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. On paper, the numbers are impressive: 429 horsepower and 413 pounds-to-feet of torque, with an additional 21 horsepower boost thanks to EcoBoost. But numbers only tell part of the story. What you feel behind the wheel is what truly matters. The acceleration is instant, thanks to the hybrid system filling torque gaps and flattening the curve. It rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just under 4.9 seconds. Astonishing for a vehicle of its size and class. This isn't brute force without balance. AMG's fully variable 4MATIC plus all-wheel drive system ensures that the power gets to the wheels that need it most. Whether you're carving through winding back roads or powering off the line on rain-slick city streets, the 9-speed AMG Speed Shift transmission fires through gears with an urgency and crispness that keeps the engine in its sweet spot at all times. What truly sets the GLE 53 apart is how adaptable it feels. There's an intelligence to this SUV, a sense that it knows what you want before you do. AMG DYNAMIC SELECT lets you cycle through drive modes from comfort to sport, Sport Plus to slipperier, and each mode isn't just a change in throttle response or exhaust tone. It's a full transformation of personality. In comfort, the GLE 53 is a quiet, confident cruiser, gliding over potholes with air suspension that feels like silk. Switch to Sport Plus and it drops its shoulders, tightens its grip, and snarls with a throaty exhaust note that reminds you of its AMG DNA. Speaking of the exhauster, yes, it's real. And yes, it sounds phenomenal. The AMG Performance exhaust system, especially when uncorked in the more aggressive drive modes, adds the kind of emotional punctuation that makes each gear shift feel like a downbeat in a performance. Step inside, and the story continues, not just in luxury, but in execution. The cabin of the 2025 GLE 53 is a masterclass in modern design. Nappa leather envelops every surface that matters, while AMG-specific accents remind you that this is no ordinary Mercedes-Benz. You're surrounded by cutting-edge technology, but it never overwhelms. The dual 12.3-inch screens that form the MBUX infotainment system and digital instrument cluster are seamlessly integrated, responsive, and intuitive. Voice control is faster and smarter than ever, reacting to natural language with surprising accuracy. Say, "Hey Mercedes, I'm cold," and the car responds instantly. What's especially new for 2025 is the refinement of the interface. Haptic feedback has improved. The menus are more fluid. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto now feel less like add-ons and more like native components. And for audiophiles, the optional Burmester 3D surround sound system is a marvel. Close your eyes and you'll feel like you're in the center of a world-class concert hall until you open them and realize you're behind the wheel of a 5,000-pound performance machine. In the back, passengers are treated with equal care. Legroom and headroom remain generous, even with the sloping roofline of the coupe variant. The rear seats can be heated and ventilated, and ambient lighting sets the mood just right, with 64 selectable colors. For families, the GLE 53 offers practicality without sacrificing the AMG attitude. Fold the rear seats down, and you have cargo space rivaling many full-size SUVs, more than enough for road trips, golf bags, or luxury shopping hauls. What's truly impressive, though, is how well the 2025 GLE 53 bridges the gap between SUV utility and sports car aggression. It's the rare vehicle that feels just as comfortable pulling up to a 5-star hotel as it does tearing down a canyon road. And when it comes to safety and driver assistance, Mercedes-Benz brings its full suite of technologies. Features like adaptive cruise control, active lane keeping, blind spot assist, and automatic emergency braking come standard or as part of intelligent packages. The optional augmented reality navigation system overlays guidance directly onto the live camera feed, helping you navigate complex intersections with confidence. Outside, the GLE 53 wears its power well. It doesn't shout, but it certainly speaks loudly enough. The 2025 update introduces subtle refinements to the grille, front apron, and lighting elements, adding a touch more aggression without going overboard. The signature AMG vertical slats remain up front, flanked by redesigned LED headlamps that are sharper and more expressive. Around back, the quad exhaust pipers are real, functional, and ferocious to anchor a revised diffuser that signals intent without ever slipping into vulgarity. The wheel options range from 20 to 22 inches, each design crafted to balance form and function. Whether you opt for the standard SUV body style or the sleeker coupe variant, the GLE 53 maintains its muscular stance. The coupe, in particular, is the choice for those who value drama. Its fastback silhouette lends a sporty profile that pairs beautifully with its road presence. From a driver's perspective, visibility is excellent. The elevated ride height gives you command of the road, while the AMG-tuned steering offers more weight and feedback than you'd expect from an SUV. There's precision in every motion, whether you're parking in a tight space or diving into a high-speed curve. It's a reminder that AMG engineers think of their vehicles not just as machines, but as experiences. Fuel economy? It's surprisingly reasonable for the performance you're getting. Thanks to the mild hybrid system, efficiency sees a slight bump over previous years, especially in city driving. Start-stop transitions are smoother. Regenerative braking is less intrusive. It's not an eco-warrior, but it's far from a gas guzzler. And for those concerned about the future, Mercedes-AMG is very clearly charting a path toward electrification without abandoning its heritage. The 2025 GLE 53 is a prime example of that balance, a vehicle that embraces hybrid tech not as a compromise, but as an enhancement. It's faster, smarter, and more efficient, without losing the soul that makes an AMG. Pricing for the 2025 GLE 53 starts in the mid-$80,000s, but as with any luxury SUV, the real-world numbers climb fast with packages and customizations. But you're not just buying a car. You're buying a statement, a declaration of taste, of appreciation for engineering, for performance, and for presence. And in a world filled with luxury SUVs that look the part but lack the soul, the GLE 53 stands taller and drives even better. So who is this SUV for? It's for the driver who doesn't want to choose between refinement and thrill. The parent who wants a family car that still makes their heart race. The enthusiast who's unwilling to settle for compromise. Whether you're navigating tight city streets, devouring miles on the highway, or simply making an impression in a valet line, the 2025 Mercedes-AMG GLE 53 is more than ready. In a landscape crowded with contenders, the GLE 53 doesn't follow. It leads. It's not a revolution, it doesn't need to be. It's an evolution, perfectly tuned for those who expect excellence with a pulse. This is power without pretense. Luxury with attitude. This is AMG at its finest, in a form you can use every single day. And when the world watches you arrive, it won't just notice the badge. It'll hear the symphony of performance as you roll by, and it will know, you've arrived in something extraordinary.